All right, you walk up to a house, windows look newer. You're thinking, this might be a short conversation. You give your opener, the homeowner smiles and says, oh, we actually just replaced our windows a couple years ago. Most reps say, okay, sorry to bother you, and move on. That's a mistake, because we just had them done is not automatically a dead end. Depending on what they had done, who did it, and how it went, there's often a real conversation still waiting to happen. Today I'm going to show you how to stay in the conversation when a homeowner says they order to replace their windows, and exactly what to listen for, and tells you whether there's an opportunity there or not. Let's get into it. Here's what we're covering. First, why we just had them done deserves a second look, and what questions to ask to qualify whether there's still an opportunity. And second, what to listen for that signals the door isn't as closed as it sounds. And finally, how to handle versions of this objection where it really is a dead end. Because reading the room and moving on with your reputation intact matters too. Let's start with why this objection isn't what most reps think it is. When a homeowner says, we just had our windows done, your first move is a question, not a pivot. Oh, nice. Do you mind if I ask, who'd you go with? The question accomplishes two things. It keeps the conversation open and it shows a genuine curiosity, whether it's scripted or pivoted, and it tells you exactly what you're working with. If they name a premium, well-known company and seem happy about it, that's useful information. You'll get enough information to either move on. If they pause, look uncertain, or name a company you've never heard of, that's a signal worth following. Your second question, how are you happy with how it went? Notice it's not were you happy? That's a yes or no door closer. How were you happy with it invites them to talk. And people who had great experiences will tell you immediately. People who had a mediocre or negative experience will pause. And that pause is your opening. Here's what you're listening for. Complaints about installation quality, missed appointments, communication problems, and finally pricing that didn't match the quote. Or they had a windows done, but not all of them. Or they replaced windows but kept older windows in the back because it was too expensive at the time. All of those are real opportunities. You're not trying to undermine their past decisions. You're trying to find out if that past decision left them with unfinished business or unresolved frustration. Here are the signals that tell you the conversation is worth having. Signal 1, they only did part of their house. We did the front windows but haven't gotten to the back yet. That's not a closed conversation, that's a warm lead. You can slide right into the energy loss conversation, build a case for finishing the job. A lot of homeowners do it in phases. The thing is, back windows are usually where you lose the most heat and cool air, especially if they're older. And the signal 2, they mentioned the contractors fell short. They were supposed to finish it in one day and it took 3. The price changed at the end, which was frustrating. The installer left a mess and we had to clean it up. That experience has left them with trust problems around the category. Your job is to differentiate yourself as a contractor who communicates clearly, shows up on time, and finishes what they promised. You're not attacking the last company, you're presenting a different standard. And then signal 3, the windows they got were low end. Sometimes homeowners replace windows, but they buy the cheapest product available because that's what they could afford at the time. Now they have newer windows that still underperform on energy efficiencies. You can have a real conversation about the difference in products, quality, and what it means to them on their monthly bills without making them feel bad about the choices they've made. If you're learning this kind of situational selling for window sales, you should look into Windows U, the certification program built specifically for DDD window reps who want to earn more and close harder situations like this one. Link is in the description. Let's finish with how to read the room when this objection really is a dead end. Not every we just had them done has an opportunity inside of it. Sometimes homeowners generally had a great experience, got quality product, and have no interest in revisiting the conversation, and that's fine. Here's how to handle it well. Acknowledge their decision with confidence. That's great. Sounds like you guys made a smart investment. Then pivot in a referral without pressure. Since you've been through the process, you probably have a good sense of what it takes. Is there anyone in the neighborhood you know who's been thinking about replacing their windows? A happy customer is a warm referral source. You may not close this house today, but you can walk away with 2 or 3 names of the neighbors who are still in the market. The other thing to do before you leave is leave a card with a genuine reason to keep it. If you ever need anything down the road, or even if one of your neighbors asks who to call, feel free to share my info. That's not desperation, that's professionalism. And homeowners who had a great window experience are often happy to recommend someone who treated them well at the door. The rep who knows when to press and when to plant a seed earns more referrals over time than a rep who fights every closed door. Your reputation in the neighborhood is a long-term asset. That's every interaction like someone is watching, because on that residential street, they usually are. If this video has helped you see objections differently, go check out Windows U. It's in the description below. And it's full certification program for window reps and covers anything from the opening to the door to the closing of the door in situations exactly like this one. And if you want more videos like this every week, hit subscribe. We're building out this channel to be the best free training resource for DDD window reps in the country. Here's what we covered today. When someone says, "We just had them done," ask qualifying questions before you walk away. Listen for signals that tell you that there's still an opportunity, partial installs, contractor problems, low-end product choices. And when the conversation is genuinely closed, plant a referral seed and leave with your reputation intact. That's how you work this objection the right way. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.